Oh, hey there. It looks like I left my camera here by accident and it just happened to be recording. So why don't I just make a 16-week long series of vlogs? Let's do it. Take all of this off. So guys, welcome to my first vlog for the Dark Following 2 production. And you're probably wondering, what on earth is this? What am I doing? And what's the whole idea of this series of videos? Well, if you look behind me over there, you'll see my poster for The Dark Following 1, which, if you haven't seen it, released on the 1st of January this year. And now we're making The Dark Following 2, and this time I want to bring you all along for the ride, because the process of making a film, an independent film, is hefty. You wouldn't think it is, but it is. And we're shooting in June, but we've already done so much work on just planning the project so far, and it's only March, the start of March. I just thought, you know what? I wish I could see the process of how you would put together a film on a very low budget, and how you organize things from casting to writing the script to getting music done, location scouting, doing visual effects to getting camera equipment, just everything. I was like, why don't I just document what I'm doing, and hopefully you guys can see me bumbling my way through this and figuring out what I need to do on the way. Obviously I know the general steps about how to produce a film, but doing a film, like an actual film, where there's no producer at the back end of it, there's no client paying for it, there's no brief, it's just yourself, you have an idea, and how do you make that happen? How do you will that into existence? Well, that's what we're gonna be doing over the next however long. I say 16 weeks, but that's just until we start shooting. And then we're gonna do a whole behind the scenes of the actual shoot for the film. And then after that, you're gonna see how the edit process works and how the feedback process works and how we get it premiered, all of that good stuff. And if you're interested in any of that, or if you just enjoyed the first film and want to see how we put this second film together, well, you're in the right spot. Speaking of the right spot, you're probably wondering where we are. Well, you're in my studio. I say my, that was our studio. I share it with my very good friend, Alicia, who is not here at the moment. And in fact, she's going to India tomorrow. So I'm gonna have the studio to myself for 3 weeks, and we're gonna get to cracking with a load of these videos to update you on what's going on. Expect them to be released hopefully once a week for the next continuous amount of time. And I'll kind of get a little schedule up and going as and when I know about it. But for now, I'm just gonna introduce you to the process of what we're gonna be looking at over the next few weeks, months, year, and what I've already done to get the process started. Now, before we go anywhere without actually doing anything, I want to introduce you to my setup. This is the setup. Now, this is the beast of a PC that I have and do all of my work on, and we're gonna hit the magic button and bring it to life. Let's do that again. And there we go. Ooh, look at that. Oh yeah. So we've got a GeForce RTX 2070 in there doing a lot of the hard work. We've got 16 gig of RAM, we've got an i7 processor, and combined together has created this beastly machine that absolutely powers through editing and visual effects. It's a workhorse. I've got my Acer 37-inch widescreen monitor up here, beautiful. I was deciding between getting 2 screens, but I think just having the one nice and central with the curve going along there as well, it's just really nice to just sit in front of, no distractions, just one big screen. It's beautiful. And that's about it, really. This is where the magic happens. This is where the film is gonna get made. Right, so I wanna recap kind of what we've got so far. Well, I wanted to vlog this, so I've got my new Rode Video Mic Pro, which will do a little swish swish, and you'll see the process of me unboxing it. Right, I have a little package from Amazon. Yeah. I'd like to apologize as well. I don't even have my camera here. It's at the studio at the moment, so that's why I'm filming on my phone. But trust me, the quality will get better from here forwards. Or it already has done, because this is coming
in a certain other part in the series. Haven't figured that out yet, but here we are. We have the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus. At last! I've waited years, I kid you not, years to buy this. I kept putting it off because there was always something else that I kind of thought I needed instead, and I did need other stuff. Truth be told, this is the most all-round universal thing I'm going to use on most projects. It can be a lifesaver. On and ooh, look at that! Got the little light there. I don't have a camera to put this on at the moment because my camera's not here, which is great content. But rest assured, in about 2 seconds, the microphone is going to be on the camera.
And we're back here again with the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus on top of my beautiful Canon EOS R. Now, rumors are the Canon EOS R5 is going to be announced this coming weekend, and I'll do a little talkie about that because that might be a game changer for how we shoot this film. But for now, I'm using my EOS R. We shot the last film on the EOS R, and I love it. I think it's a great camera. It's a very versatile camera. We'll get into more detail on that side of it in a different video. But that's kind of a quick summary on my setup, what we're using here. You've seen the PC, you've seen the screen, you've seen where I am in the studio. You'll get to learn a lot more about my life, I guess, over the next year. You'll see me traveling around, going to meetings, planning stuff out, and then we're gonna shoot the film and you're gonna see the whole behind the scenes of how that works. So that's gonna be the real fun. But what have we done already? As I say, we're 2 months into the year, 2.5 months now. God, it's the 11th of March as I'm filming this. And already so much has happened that I wish I could have filmed for you already if I thought about it earlier. But what have we done so far? Weekly meetings with Ryan. And how do we do that? We play Star Wars Battlefront on PS4 and we chat over the PS4 chat. And that's how we've written this film. That's how we wrote the film last year. And that's how we're writing this film. It's just playing Star Wars and him feeding me back his ideas because he's writing the full film and he'll read it back to me and then I'll give him some notes. And that's it. That's how we write the film. It's just playing a game that we love, sci-fi influenced. Obviously Star Wars being a big inspiration for us. Not the sequel trilogy. We're gonna ignore that. That's a different debate. Don't worry, but we'll talk about that later. And that's how we've been planning the film week by week. And I will actually film one of our sessions of us talking. So you can kind of see how the back and forth works with deciding on character motives and all of that jazz, because there's a lot of nuance that goes into deciding how is a character gonna speak, what are they gonna say, why are they saying what they're gonna say, and where is the plot leading and what are we representing, what are the themes. That's a whole topic on its own, so that'll be a video in itself. What else have I done? Well, I've met with an amazing stunt choreographer. Like, he is an absolute, like, I can't believe what I see when I see him. Go follow him, you will not be disappointed. It's just a true pleasure to watch him in action. It's incredible. And we're very lucky enough to have him on board to choreograph one of the fight sequences for this film. There's gonna be less shooty in this film and more punchy, more kicky. I wanna get a bit more hands-on. I love the raid films. I love the combat in that. I love, obviously, you know, John Wick and all of those. Just real gritty hand-to-hand combat. Very real. I just love that kind of side of storytelling, and to include that style of action in our film would be great. We're gonna have CGI and effects in there, of course, and there'll be breakdowns on that and you'll see the scale of that, but I wanted to get real, like, down and dirty with the camera getting close up and longer takes. This guy is gonna absolutely kill that for us. I met with him a few months ago, told him the plan, he was on board with it, and he's been choreographing some stuff already. Now I'm gonna meet him in a few weeks, hopefully, and we'll see what he's been planning, what he's been cooking up for us, and you'll see how I'm gonna coordinate that, because Ryan lives in Canada, which poses a lot of potential issues in that he's only gonna be here for 2.5 weeks to shoot. That's not a lot of time, especially if something goes wrong, which is obviously something I'm thinking about a lot. So a lot of this is how do we minimize the risk of stuff that can go wrong when he's here and maximize the impact of time in locations and with the other actors. Of course, this means that the fight sequence that we're gonna shoot, Vitas won't be able to work with Ryan beforehand to actually teach him the moves. Obviously, we'll send some video clips and you actually see the process of how that's gonna work and how do you train people who don't live together or in the same place to all know what they're gonna do in a scene before they turn up, especially a fight sequence, which obviously you need to be there and be trained in order to actually execute that scene properly. So you'll see how that process will work as well. I've just noticed the clock is ticking really loudly and I'm gonna see in the edit if it's really loud, and if so, I'm gonna turn that thing off because I do apologize. It's one of those things where I've just zoned out to it, but I realized that in this kind of echoey space, it might be a bit, which we don't want in our vlogs, do we? So we're gonna sort that out for you. So that's it, that's a summary of the film, a summary of kind of what you can expect to see over the next few weeks. They'll get more exciting than this, I promise. It's just starting off and introducing you to the channel properly, because the first film has kind of kicked off. We got some great views, great audience, people were subscribing, and that's awesome. And I wanna bring you on this journey with us, and I wanna keep this channel engaging, and I want you to see what I'm doing with my time and what I'm capable of doing. So yeah, I wanna keep this channel active, and this is gonna be a great journey over the course of this year. Thank you so much for watching. If you're ready to be part of this journey, please do consider subscribing and leave a like on this video. That would really help boost this video out there and get more people engaged and seeing how the process works. That's it from me. I've been Toby, and I'll see you guys in the next video.